You can learn a lot about writing by carving it. And in fact, that's how the Endangered Alphabets Project started, with me doing the carving and asking questions about what I was doing and why everything was the way it was. So, in general terms, for example, even though carving may seem like a sort of a laborious manual enterprise, it actually has a great deal to do with the qualities that we want in writing. So it requires relatively strong, simple strokes. And that means that you're creating letters and letter forms that are not only easy to execute, but also easy for newcomers to learn. That they are distinguishable from each other. They can be enacted or executed fairly easily and rapidly. One of the challenges that face people who create conscripts for fiction or for TV is that they tend to be interesting and beautiful and elaborate, but those would probably be pretty hard to put into practice because they require so much finesse and so much detail, and most scripts tend to be considerably simpler than that. In the case of the Osage script in particular, which is the one I'm working on right now, I interviewed the person who was primarily responsible for creating it, Herman Mongrain Lookout, and he was very interested in the challenges that combine the cultural purpose of a script with the semantic or practical purpose of a script. So he wanted something that would be easy to learn and would, in that sense, not be too terribly unfamiliar to people learning it. But on the other hand, he wanted something that would be different from the very script, the Latin script that the learners would know, so that it felt like theirs. It needed, and we see this again and again and again with newly created scripts, it needs to feel like ours. It needs to give us a sense of dignity and self-respect, and also, in a sense, belonging. We have as much right to be here as anyone else who uses these colonial or dominant culture scripts. So the letters that he created, and you can see that sort of here, although of course you're seeing them upside down, they're not a million miles away from letter forms in the Latin alphabet, but they are clearly different. This TH combination here, he explained to me that in fact there are multiple ways of pronouncing that TH combination in Osage, just as there are in fact a couple of different ones in English, the th and the. We don't have different symbols for both of them. We have to sort of guess by context. But he was very aware that this was an interesting challenge. So consequently, what we have here is these forms that are strong and simple. As you can see, each one can be executed with a single line, a double, two movements, not much more than that. Visible, easily legible, even from a distance. And I've been a writer all my life, but I'd never thought about writing in these terms. What is it that is, what are the necessary ingredients for writing? And in particular, what is the relationship between not only the individual writer, but the writer's culture, the writer's sense of history, the writer's sense of self-respect, and of having the right to belong in this place at this time on this earth.